Mheshimiwa, your confidence is so high. Is it coming home?
It's coming home. It's coming home. It's not about confidence. It's coming home. I've said this before. And, when we sit and analyze back at home and you relax, it is easy to underestimate one William Samoei Ruto. That man is a great... I think if it was in the league of football, you will equate him with Ronaldo, maybe Zinedine Zidane. He's a man who turn up in a big game. When you are facing a pick over in a big game, you put him on field and he'll give you results. William Ruto, when it comes to mobilizing an election, he's a magician, and we all agree. You can underestimate him, you can write him off, but when that time comes, for sure he'll turn out. So he's a more of Ronaldo Zidane. He's a big game player who appears in the big game when needed most. But again, we are so confident because of the personality and achievement of Raila Amolo Odinga and what he stands for. Raila is a formidable candidate backed by a very strong, mobilized and strong campaign machine called William Ruto. So we are sure it's something we are going for the win. This one we are going for the win. Raila Amolo Odinga now we are so happy that Raila Odinga, having done so much for this country, and even his father was a great African giant. He was in the Lancaster team. He played a very big role in the initial stage of Africa, and he deserved to exit the stage from the most honorable position, most dignified position that Raila Amolo Odinga will be able to exit the stage from the most dignified position as the chairman of AU. So I'm sure of the win. We are sure. We are going for the win. Raila Amolo Odinga will be the chairman AU, and now Kenya will have its place in the League of Nations in Africa, and it will have its place in the architect of the leadership and the structure of the leadership of Africa. And there is other reform that we need Raila to go and do, and we are confident that the funding model of IMF World Bank, we need someone who can start a very serious conversation that we'll have to look for a way that we can finance ourselves, or we have stakes in the IMF and World Bank, because we don't have to sit in the table as men. We have to be part of the discussion, and through Raila Amolo Odinga and mobilizing Africa, we are heading in the right direction. So we are confident. In terms of confidence, we are confident.
Mheshimiwa, in the event pale Bomas of Kenya ya Ethiopia, Addis Ababa, kwaya ianze kuimba hivi, uone mtu anakuja si ule ametarajiwa, itakuwaje?
Sasa watu ya kwaya wenye wanajua kuimba kwaya ni sisi wenye tuko nyuma Raila Amolo Odinga, and nikwambia kwamba Jose Kamako ako area, kuna Jose Kamako, kuna kila kitu, ni lazima baba ashinda. Hakuna story in the event. It is not even in the part of what we are saying. It is not in the likely event. Raila Amolo Odinga is the AUC chair designate. We are ready there. It's a matter of time. We will change Addis Ababa to Addis Ababa. It has to be Addis Ababa, because we have to bring it home. Africa deserves a great son to lead Africa. Africa deserves a great Pan-Africanist. The number of Pan-Africanists has been going down, and we have remaining few sons like Raila Amolo Odinga, great Pan-Africanists, that we need them to steer the conversation of Pan-Africanism. So he must win, and he will win for sure. Many people have been doubting, and when we tell you that we are winning, you doubt, not because you have any facts, you doubt because of your feelings. It's like, it's like betting based on your emotions. It doesn't go that way. Raila Amolo Odinga is the next AUC chair. There's no issue of if. Yes.
Mheshimiwa Kiborek, I want to hear from you now. We've seen debate online. We've seen Kenyans voting online, vote of no belief and no confidence for Raila Amolo Odinga. Majority of Kenyans prefer the other candidate. Do you believe with the Kenyan influence online on Twitter specifically I will have an impact on the results of Baba now?
I mean, that's just passing time and encouraging yourself. You don't do decision, or you don't wish other bad based on your personal feelings and personal emotions that you want him to lose, so that you just get happy to entertain. That's lack of patriotism. The seat Raila Amolo Odinga is going is not for himself, it's for Kenya and for Africa. And when we go outside Kenya, we are one nation, we are one people, and we should support anything Kenya outside there. When I get outside there, I am a big supporter of, Ngugi wa Thiong'o, Jomo Kenyatta. You get someone who tell you, oh, you come from the country of Jomo Kenyatta. Yes, I come. He was a great man. We have to learn to speak positive about our country and about our people and about every Kenyan that out there, that we have to be shapers of the opinion about about Kenya. And for sure, that's just based on hatred, based on your own personal feeling, and based on your own misinformed emotions. Because if you fought in Kenya and if you fought in social media, how can it influence the election of a President Kagame? How can it influence the election of President of South Africa? How can it influence? How Ramaphosa will vote? How can it influence how someone like Mnangagwa will vote just because in social media you said you don't want Raila Amolo Odinga? How can it, Abiy of Ethiopia, a great friend of Kenya, how will it change? How will it change the Museveni? You know, sometimes you just you do your own things just to entertain yourself. That for entertainment, yes. Continue entertaining yourself. But for sure, tomorrow is Saturday. Like the sun will rise from east. Raila Amolo Odinga is the AUC chair, and you know they have to start licking their wounds and swallowing their pride. Just the way they will swallow their pride in 2027 when William Ruto will be re-elected with a very resounding margin. And you know, all those people who have been calling him Kasongo, I don't know this, will be in this Kenya and they will be humbled by the tallying center bombers of that time. So the bombers of Addis tomorrow, Addis Yababa, will humble many people.
Mheshimiwa, of course, yesterday we saw SADC countries coming out together and maybe endorsing one of their own from that region. Do you feel that this endorsement would affect Raila's win at Addis Ababa?
My brother, do you think that at the level of presidency, at the level of not so many presidents, the number of 50s, at the level of high intense lobbying, can they communicate through written letters? Even us in Bunge, when we are lobbying for a position, we don't do through letters. So it's Sarakasi to relax. Saturday is tomorrow. You don't need to preempt. You don't need to be to bother so much. Just wait for tomorrow. Addis Ababa will be out. The lion will be rolling from Addis, the land of yes.
Tukirudi kuna bash welcome procession.
We don't need bash. We don't need anything. We just need to win the seat for the posterity of Africa, because we believe in the bigger picture, in the picture of, you know, giving Africa a son who deserves to lead Africa, in the sense of reforming Africa Union and, you know, reforming Africa, pushing for reforms, pushing for agenda. That's what we believe more. For bias, political bias, it is expected here and there, but it's not a big deal. The big deal is that Africa deserves Raila Amolo Odinga because he's a great son. He stands for the ideals which are missing in the Africa. I told you, Raila stands for democracy. With the biggest challenge in Africa has been the democracy, the coups and the mutinies. Raila Amolo Odinga stand for reforms. We need reforms on the sector of, you know, political insecurity. We need political stability in the insecurity, in the financing model and the architecture of AU, that we don't need to depend on the funding from other countries. So Raila Amolo Odinga comes in handy, and of course you will have the fund, the support and the backup of many presidents, including President William Ruto in office, and other leaders, great leaders and Son of Africa, that will help him achieve the agenda of making Africa a better country. We have to do away with the one-party state. We have to do away with the presidency for life. You know, all those things that Africa deserves, and you know, Raila Odinga stands for those reforms. So we want to wish each and everyone all the very best. We have to support Raila Amolo Odinga, pray for Raila as a nation and as a country. Let's pray for Raila, win for Raila, a win for Kenya. And we want to say for sure Raila is we are proud as Kenya to have Raila. Raila ni ule wacha aende juu, msee amejituma hii Kenya, amejisukuma, amepigania watu wenye hata wanapiga kura online. Raila amewapigania wengine, but of course for political excitement someone can pray for him and wish him bad, but it shouldn't be that the case. You know, we have to be patriot.
Last question, Mheshimiwa. Currently, as you head over to Addis Ababa, there is a conflict at the National Assembly. The National Assembly is divided into two. The Azimio faction wanasema they deserve the majority seat. What is your take?
Mambo ya nyumba wache to discuss kwa nyumba. You know, we are colleagues, as we can seem to be differing, but we are colleagues. Tunakunywa chai pamoja. We should not bother people of Kenya. People of Kenya should be asking about services. Should not bother about leadership position and who is majority, who is minority. Hiyo ni mambo yetu we can sort in-house. They are very small. The most important thing that Kenyans should be pushing us is for development and delivering, you know, agenda which can benefit this country. For leadership, those are our in-house things. It's like, you know, we will have a way of settling it. And should not bother Kenyans, should not divide Kenyans, because these are our issues. Tunapigana, tunakunywa chai pamoja, because we are one people and we understand that we are the son of the same soil. So it's not a big deal. Those one we handle within the house. Whoever become majority, so long as the agenda goes forward, so long as we transform Kenya, we pass bills which improve this nation and make Kenya